tied on a thrifted boot. Skate with a cape and a soda loop. No ID, but the vibe stay brute. And I pose with a tooth that don't compute. Snapback glow like a neon curse. Snack stash stack in a fake nurse purse. Fit too loud, but the tone rehearsed. And I glide through fog like a hallway burst. While the spin go numb. Pose mid-dash like I lost that grip. Flash hit teeth when the DJ drum. I don't blink once when the lights all flip. Candy lace loop while the spin go numb. Pose mid-dash like I lost that grip. Flash hit teeth when the DJ drum. I don't blink once when the lights all flip. Bubblegum talk with a fang-type grill. Pose too rare for a highlight reel. Door frame lean with a snack box spill. Even the broom got a playful feel. Fake scar peel when the beat go wide. Mask on crooked with a head tilt slide. Glow ring card and a shoelace tied. And I glide with a hop in the moonwalk stride. Candy lace loop while the spin go numb. Pose mid-dash like I lost that grip. Flash hit teeth when the DJ drum. I don't blink once when the lights all flip. Candy lace loop while the spin go numb. Pose mid-dash like I lost that grip. Flash hit teeth when the DJ drum. I don't blink once when the lights all flip. Vam tint lens in the candy glare. Popcorn fly when the floor get tear. Half cape drag like I don't play fair. And the laugh too loud for the mask I wear. Skate wheel hum with a fog light pass. Mirror too bent but I check that glass. No rules hit in a party this fast. We just jump to the sneakers crash. Glow juice drip from a bench straw twist. Toe still tap when the baseline hiss. Painted on wound with a candy fist. And I post in the chair like I own this list. Snare pop kick through a hallway break. Step on toe but the brim don't shake. Even the ghosts gotta move the fake. We the loudest ones when the dance floor quakes. Candy lace loop while the spin go numb. Pose mid-dash like I lost that grip. Flash hit teeth when the DJ drum. I don't blink once when the lights all flip. Candy lace loop while the spin go numb. Pose mid-dash like I lost that grip. Flash hit teeth when the DJ drum. I don't blink once when the lights all flip. Mask off, mid-bounce, still got form. Ghost face grinning in the plastic storm. Snacks in the hoodie and the cape too torn. Backflip wild in the pumpkin swarm.
Slide through gates with a glow stick flare. Fit all black but the socks mismatch. Fangs on grill and the curls got snare. Moonlight hit and the chains detach. Candy in bulk and the stance too slick. Red horns pop out the cap too quick. Shadows move weird but my step on click. And I moonwalk clean with a broomstick flick. Mask off, mid-bounce, still got form. Ghost face grinning in the plastic storm. Snacks in the hoodie and the cape too torn. Backflip wild in the pumpkin swarm. Donut spun in the Cody sack. Witch hat sideways, vibe intact. Glow in the dark with the candy pack. Even my back got a Gucci tag. 1 foot up on a hayride seat. Dance too clean in a phone booth beat. Neighbor look out, but I own this street. We don't knock doors, we just trick then treat. Mask off, mid-bounce, still got form. Ghost face grinning in the plastic storm. Snacks in the hoodie and the cape too torn. Backflip wild in the pumpkin swarm. No shakes. No shake, skeleton drip with a bubble wrap coat. Pose so wrong, but I still got vote. Twerk in the fog with a vampire float. Got kicked once, came back like quote. Eyes light up when the baseline blink. One fake fang in the punch bowl sink. Whole crew dressed like a monster link, and we pose mid-laugh with a candy wink. Slide to the left in a cloak too big, jumpsuit creased with a pumpkin wig. Strobe hit face like a TikTok rig. We the reason that the porch lights jig. Beat go dumb, but the move got sense. Spray wear blinds on the backyard fence. Party too wild for a grown-up tense, and a bounce house jump got no defense. Mask off mid-bounce, still got form. Ghost face grinning in the plastic storm. Snacks in the hoodie and the cape too torn. Backflip wild in the pumpkin swarm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go safe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go safe. Go safe. Go safe.
Glow ring twist in a candy bag zip. Pose so fast that the cam can't stick. One leg bend on a costume rip, and I grin through fog with a tongue out flip. Fence got chalk and the beat got slide. Crowd too close, but I still got stride. Mask half down like a villain ride, and I throw that stance like a game decide.
Stunt patch hot when the footwork roll. Pose get caught in a flicker mode.
Candy spray wild like a hotkey code. Then I freeze in a squat when the baseline fold. One glove lost in the crowd side lean. Tinsel cape drag like a smoke machine. Goggles crack but the flex still clean, and I move too slick for a horror scene. Snack bag burst on a DJ crate. Duck too low but the pose still great. Shoes untied in a zigzag state, but I dodge through beats with a mid-spin fade. Stunt patch hot when the footwork roll. Pose get caught in a flicker mode. Candy spray wild like a hotkey code. Then I freeze in a squat when the baseline folds.
Baseline fold.
Tape mark set on the sidewalk flick. Spins too sharp for a ghost type trick. No hands land when I split that quick, and the cap don't move but the moves still stick. Crowd got loud with a 1-2 snap. Steps hit weird but the sound still slap. DJ laugh when the moves go trap, and I bend mid-bar in a strobe like gap. Back bend weird like a cartoon sketch. Skate wheel glow on a pumpkin edge. One fake fang in a sweatshirt stretch, and a stunt too loud for the porch to catch. Clap on beat with a timeout shift. Move too slick for a mirror lift. Last pose hit with a no-look gift, and I vanish in fog with a party drift.
Stunt patch hot when the footwork roll. Pose get caught in a flicker mode. Candy spray wild like a hotkey code. Then I freeze in a squat when the baseline folds.
When the baseline fold.
Lights on, but I still stay gold. Frame in pause like I froze a dash. Silhouette slide, but the stance too bold. Glow from the street, got a late night flash. Lights on, but I still stay gold. Frame in pause like I froze a dash. Silhouette slide, but the stance too bold. Glow from the street, got a late night flash. Foot on break with a king's composure. Lean so subtle, feel the world get slower. Eyes don't blink when the night takes over. Flare from my coat like a Lone Range Rover. Inside still with a low lit smirk. Window crack just to feel that work. Phone on mute but the vibe on burst. Switch lanes twice just to park in first. There's the lights on but I still stay gold. Frame in pause like I froze a dash. Silhouette slide but the stance too bold. Glow from the street, got a late night flash.
Red blink time with the baseline loop. Sit so still but I bend the route. Parked on the edge like I run the group. No seatbelt, just suit and truth. Headrest thrown with a jacket fold. Tire marks tell a story untold. Cabin air thick like a tail too bold. Still in the cut with the mirror cold. Has the lights on but I still stay gold. Frame in pause like I froze a dash. Silhouette slide but the stance too bold. Glow from the street,
got a late night flash. Exterior dim, but the mood don't fade. Wheels don't spin, but the vibe parade. Palm on the wheel like a custom blade. Look like I drive in a fashion raid. Turn signals, dance like a street light fight. Coattail twitch with the static light. Paused in motion, the perfect height. Whole block frame me in traffic sight. Not a pit stop, this a power set. Waiting in style like I placed a bet. Move so little, but I pose so jet. Zone so live, they ain't blinked yet. Window view, got a chrome type grace. Seat like a throne in a parked out space. Music low, still I feel the place. Lights keep flashing, but I own this pace. Has the lights on, but I still stay gold. Frame and pause like I froze the dash. Silhouette slide, but the stance too bold. Glow from the street, got a late night flash. Has the lights on, but I still stay gold. Frame and pause like I froze the dash. Silhouette slide, but the stance too bold. Glow from the street, got a late night flash.
Yeah. Blocked off lane, but I park like boss. Cone line split with a strut that talks. Boot mark bold in the concrete gloss. This ain't no pass-through, this a landmark wall. Light bounce back from the safety vest. Still pose clean like a Sunday press. Hoes on hush when I plant that chest. Even cranes pause when I stand and flex. Push my lane in the cone zone world. Every step drop like a warning sign. Static pose, got the skyline curl. Pause mid-street, but I still design. Push my lane in the cone zone world. Every step drop like a warning sign. Static pose, got the skyline curl. Pause mid-street, but I still design. Best don't match, but it catch that flash. Outfit wild like a last-minute crash. Crew neck foes with a triple stitch clash. Tim's too loud when I stomp through ash. Pipe hit sound like a snare on loop. Hard hat tip like a crown in the group. No blueprint, but I map that route. Facing steel with a calm dispute. Push my lane in the cone zone world. Every step drop like a warning sign. Static pose, got the skyline curl. Pause mid-street, but I still design. Push my lane in the cone zone world. Every step drop like a warning sign. Static pose, got the skyline curl. Pause mid-street, but I still design. Cone in the cone like a fashion frame. 1 foot forward with construction fame. Slow head tilt, make the signs look tame. Body so calm while the rebar flames. Dirt on my soul, but the style stay tight. Crew neck wave in the floodlight night. Even in zones that say don't, I might. Stance break rules with a parking light. Scuff on the toe like a badge of grace. I don't dodge tape, I embrace that space. Mid-block pause like I own the place. No movement made, but I win that race. All eyes drift to the yellow and black. Post too sharp for a safety track. Still on beat in a worksite stack. Leave with a shot like a click, clack, clack. Just my lane in the cone zone world. Every step drop like a warning sign. Static pose, got the skyline curl. Pause mid-street, but I still design. Just my lane in the cone zone world. Every step drop like a warning sign. Static pose, got the skyline curl. Pause mid-street, but I still design.
High above lanes, no map in hand, phone in pocket, no plans, no text. Steel toe touch on the AC stand. Post so framed, they forget the rest. View this loud, but the stand still mute. Neon flash while my outfit root. Sky so close, I adjust the suit. One blink wide and the block goes mute.
I don't climb just to wave or boast. Still I rise in a solo code. No broadcast, no caption post, just rooftop still in ISO mode. I don't climb just to wave or boast. Still I rise in a solo code. No broadcast, no caption post, just rooftop still in ISO mode.
1 foot chill on a gravel patch. No flex shown, but the moment match. Silhouette sharp in the skyline scratch. Balance so clean, not a move to catch. Lights down low, but my face stay lit. Concrete hum and I lean a bit.
post, just rooftop, still in ISO mode. I don't climb just to wave or boast, still I rise in a solo code. No broadcast, no caption post, just rooftop, still in ISO mode. Wind blow hard, but I hold my lane. Jacket caught like a snapshot frame. No chain flash, but the shine still came. Power in pause, I don't need that flame. Bird's eye calm in a restless sprawl. Night drip forms with a quiet call. Lights below, think they see it all, but top floor hush, always flex the wall. Roof does rise with a step that snap. Pose don't break when the sirens clap. City talk loud, but I don't react. My angle built for a freeze frame map. No flash needed when the shadow hits. I vibe alone like a monolith. Still got proof in the night I live, with a skyline sharp as a legend myth. I don't climb just to wave or boast, still I rise in a solo code. No broadcast, no caption post, just rooftop, still in ISO mode. I don't climb just to wave or boast, still I rise in a solo code. No broadcast, no caption post, just rooftop, still in ISO mode. Adrenaline glow like a runway pitch. Yeah. Turned all lights, but the profile rich. Yeah. Hand on gear, but I never switch. Yeah. Just one pose and the frame gon' glitch. Yeah. Brake light dim, but the stance on loud. Slouched in the seat with a mirror proud. Passenger seat like a throne unbowed. Still got range while the city crowd. No playlist play, just a hum from deep. Cabin light flick like a midnight keeper. I don't move quick, I just move with steeper. Park too long, but the focus reap. Adrenaline glow like a runway pitch. Yeah. Turned off lights, but the profile rich. Yeah. Hand on gear, but I never switch. Yeah. Just one pose and the frame gon' glitch. Yeah. Elbow hang with a gold tint glance. Dashboard clean, but my vibe advanced. Time stand still and the seats expanse. Rear view show, but the world don't chance. Hazard off, but I shine on beat. One leg crossed in designer seat. No engine sound, but the heat still speak. Whole lane par just to feel my streak. Adrenaline glow like a runway pitch. Yeah. Turned off lights, but the profile rich. Yeah. Hand on gear, but I never switch. Yeah. Just one pose and the frame gon' glitch. Yeah. No roll made, this a photo trap. Still so clear like a movie rap. Shoulders drop with a silent snap. Blocked off zone, but I been that map. Fit don't change, but the mood rotates. Cabin pressed like a sealed off gate. I still got weight, no need to skate. Frame so locked, it resists the fate. Mid-lane profit with a hush-bound glow. Drive don't start, but I still outgrow. Phone on black, not a text to show, but the drip stay loud with a silent throw. This my pulpit, this my speed. Preach with calm, no gas, no lead. Window half cracked with a truth I feed. Lane don't move, but I still proceed. Out of lane glow like a runway pitch. Yeah. Turned off lights, but the profile rich. Yeah. Hand on gear, but I never switch. Yeah. Just one pose and the frame gon' glitch. Yeah.
Baseline hit like a power stance. Fit too loud, no second glance. Lights on flicker, but I stay still. Every blink in the room got my look to kill. Speaker chest feel like a heartbeat live. And the sweat on the glass got a rhythm vibe. DJ cut in the crowd inhale. All eyes pull back like I set that trail. Then I cue it, yeah I cue it. Let me do it, let me do it. Now they move it, yeah they move it. Stop, just to prove it, just to prove it. hands up, but the room still jump. They move when I lean like a speaker bump. Post up, chill, let the scene react. One toe tap and the beat snap back. Chain don't swing, but the aura drip. Laser on wall, trace my silhouette flip. Talking pace, not words, just motion. Even still in this card in my ocean. Then I cue it, yeah I cue it. Let me do it, let me do it. Now they move it, yeah they move it. Stop, just to prove it, just to prove it. Lights don't blink unless I nod. Crowd freeze frame like they seen a god. I don't dance, I navigate air. And the bounce in my step just clear that flare. 1, 2 groove with a quarter turn. Every click in the mix got my body burned. Didn't lift a limb but I set that zone. Club feel mine when I stand alone. Breathe like beast stepping with steel. Each bar a command, not just feel. Tempo ride like a low rider curve. Every pause just sharpen the swerve. Drop no hint, just let it unfold. The moment I shift, the rhythm sold. Now they all wait on my next like tilt. When I blink, the whole night tilt. Then I cue it, yeah I cue it. Let me do it, let me do it. Now they move it, yeah they move it. Stop, just to prove it, just to prove it. Fence line grip with the moonlight bend. Chainlink wrap like a halo frame. One eye low, but I still transcend. Shadows stretch when I stake my claim. Rust don't shine, but I match that tone. Coat flap slow like I own this zone. No crowd near, but I pose full grown. This my chapel, cold still in stone.
And still sharp in a wireframe gate. Nope, no guards post, but the vibe too loud. I don't flinch when the tension wait. My silhouette preaching a nightlit shroud. And still sharp in a wireframe gate. Nope, no guards post, but the vibe too loud. I don't flinch when the tension wait. My silhouette preaching a nightlit shroud.
Posture stiff like a tale untold. Shadow crawl in the midnight fold. No medallions, just that mold. That built-in flex in a chain link hole. Flicker the hood and the air goes still. Fence don't block when you move with will. Back to the steel with a stance so chill. Vibe got echo like a church on a hill.
Stand still sharp in a wireframe gate. Nope, no guards post, but the vibe too loud. I don't flinch when the tension wait. My silhouette preaching a nightlit shroud. And still sharp in a wireframe gate. Nope, no guards post, but the vibe too loud. I don't flinch when the tension wait. Low murmurette lips till a nightlit shroud.
Sermon in silence, fence my choir. No torch lit, but my lines inspire. Steel frame grace, not a footstep prior. Whole block still like I froze the wire. Loose chain tap like a metronome. Time don't tick in this frozen dome. All eyes blink when I claim this home. Every inch mine, though I stand alone.
This ain't pause, this is hold the frame. Street too cold, but I bear no flame. Even the dog can't mute my name. Marked in links like a crownless claim. One deep breath and the metal sway. No script read, but I still outplayed. Came through dusk with a no move way. Left with silence and a low head sway. Stand still sharp in a wireframe gate. No guards post, but the vibe too loud. I don't flinch when the tension wait. My silhouette preaching a nightlit shroud. Stand still sharp in a wireframe gate. No guards post, but the vibe too loud. I don't flinch when the tension wait. My silhouette preaching a nightlit shroud.
Yeah. Stance code locked like a vault's last click. Shadow print sharp like a first draft stick. Glide so slow but the air feel pick. Whole block freeze when the poles get flicked. 1 foot set like a chessboard king. Elbow sharp with a goal line swing. Eyes don't dart, I just hold that ring. And my jacket drop like it grew those wings. No knee speak when the vibe direct. Slow head tilt with a line connect. Even the crosswalk know I project. Still with a code that the rest reject. Stance code locked like a vault's last click. Shadow print sharp like a first draft stick. Glide so slow but the air feel pick. Whole block freeze when the poles get flicked. Whole block freeze when the poles get flicked. Whole block freeze when the poles get flipped. Chromeless frame with a pro-made build. Quiet on set when the street goes chill. Heel don't move but the tension filled. Scene don't shift till my stance gets wheeled. Headlights sweep but they never blind. Zone too crisp like it's AI line. Step not made but the weight still fine. Still in place while the clock rewinds. Stance code locked like a vault's last click. Shadow print sharp like a first draft stick. Glide so slow but the air feel pick. Whole block freeze when the poles get flipped. Whole block freeze when the poles get flicked. Whole block freeze when the poles get flicked. Snapshot held like a docu frame. No flash used but they know my name. Air too thick when I pull that game. Just still power in a hush of claim. Badge not shown but my walk get clear. Scene gets soft when the threat gets near. Still like art in a stance so weird. But it prints bold like a chant you hear. None move fast when I post that code. Street light slow like it knows this mode. Backstep small but the drip explode. No sudden switch, just a full decode. Arms laid flat with a jacket sweep. Whole fit real like a custom brief. Eyes on tilt but the gaze too deep. And I don't blink while the whole block sleep. Stance code locked like a vault's last click. Shadow print sharp like a first draft stick. Glide so slow but the air feel pick. Whole block freeze when the poles get flipped. Whole block freeze when the poles get flicked. 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 Asphalt cracked in a funeral line. No lights left but the air stay lit. Cone half tipped like a warning sign. Still I stand like the crown don't quit. No echo bounce in this open pit. But the ground respect when my soul commit. Deadlock silence with a stand declared. Street lamp flick like a distant nod. One breath wide in a space impaired. No words said but the curb applaud. This ain't style, it's a shape prepared. Every crack mark with a step still guard. Deadlock silence. Deadlock silence. Deadlock silence. Crush lane slide from my boot tread slow. Fit still clean but the edge hang low. I don't move fast when the weight still show. Post like a beam where the floods don't go. No crowd watch but the post still thick. Aura so dense that the fog gets slick. Even my breath make the lot feel pick. Like the earth pause just to let me click. Deadlock silence where the stands declared. Street lamp flick like a distant nod. One breath wide in a space impaired. No words said but the curb applaud. This ain't style, it's a shape prepared. Every crack mark where the steps feel guard. Deadlock silence. Deadlock silence. Deadline silence. Deadline silence.
Yeah, lines in the ground don't point, they wait. Fade on the curb like a barcode fate. Shadows stay still when I demonstrate. Frame too solid for the time to skate. Yeah, even the trash got a shape today. When I walk through slow with a breath delay. This ain't a flex, this the cost I pay for every pose held in a strip display. Yeah, lights don't stay, but I hold my lane. 1 foot spread in a lost domain. Even at night, know to clear that chain. When I drop both arms like I own that strain. No chain, no tag, no voice, no fame. Still I step like the block called name. Deadline silence. Deadline silence. Deadline silence. Deadline silence. Deadline silence when it stands declared. Street lamp flick like a distant nod. One breath wide and a space impaired. No word said but the curb applaud. This ain't style, it's a shape prepared. Every crack mark where the steps feel God. Deadline silence. Deadline silence. Deadline silence. Deadline silence. Deadline silence. Broomstick war and a Broomstick war and a Broomstick war in a parking flare. Mummy rap sag on a folding chair. Bags full of sugar and the mask don't care. Whole squad loud like we own this square. Bats on the fence like a budget spell. Skateboard ride in a plastic shell. Nails painted green but I flex that gel. We the type to haunt but don't kiss and tell. Me once when the strobe go wild. Flash frame grin like a fang on file. Mask half off, caught that style, then vanish fast in a laugh type trial. One boot drag on a chalk line lane. Hoodie too hot, but I wear that strain. Moonlight flex on a vampire chain. And I DJ phones when the beat's unchained. No wristwatch, just a wristband glow. Drink fizz loud in a skeleton flow. Pose too weird for a real to know. But my Jacko stance got a primetime throw. Tag me once when the strobe go wild. Flash frame grin like a fang on fire. Mask half off, caught that style, then vanish fast in a laugh type trial. Crowd too packed on a bouncy lawn. Candy breath mixed with a foghorn yawn. Two left feet but the beat still drawn. I just moonwalk rule when the vibe turn on. Eyes too fake but the stare legit. Cape on wrong but it still might hit. Goosebump flare on a neon knit. And I pose mid-sip with a haunted fit. On the door just to stunt and slide. Flash teeth go with a pirate stride. Shoelace glow when the bass collide. Even scarecrow knot when I lean that side. No rules set and the night this spun. Face half pain and the rest all fun. I don't get caught, I just chase that run. And I tag my name in a midnight pun. Me once when the strobe go wild. Flash frame grin like a fang on fire. Mask half off, caught that style, then vanish fast in a laugh type trial.
sock lost in a fog machine. Cape too long, but I still look mean. Twizzler sword in a soda can sheath. Bounce so low, I can scare your teeth. Candy fall out when I duck that gate. Limbo pose clean like a vinyl crate.
Broomstick clash in the hallway spin. Skate shoes squeak when the games begin. Glow ring snap in the dance floor dive. Bam fang bite in the sugar high vibe. Hands in the air when the baseline tip. Duck too low when you might just slip.
Step through cobwebs with a strobe light nod. Fit too extra for a masked up squad. No ID, but I act like boss. Spin one time, then I fake that loss. Crowd all cheer when I bend that knee. Witch hat fly like a rental spree. Laugh break loud like a DJ loop. And I roll off beat in a plastic hoop.
Broomstick clash in the hallway spin. Skate shoes squeak when the games begin. Glow ring snap in the dance floor dive. Bam fang bite in the sugar high vibe. Hands in the air when the baseline tip. Duck too low when you might just slip.
Stretch too far and the cape go split, but I still pop lock with a zombie twist. Snack box spill when I lean too strong, but I catch that vibe with a karaoke song. Mic not on, but the flex still show. Even Black Cat tryna learn that glow. Pumpkin face taped to a sweater rip. I don't trip, I just backflip drip. Glow in the dark on a shoelace flag. Slide through steam with a gummy bag. No cheat code in the party tag, but I still glitch out in the ghost type lag. Stage too bent, but I spin that joint. Even DJ pause just to catch my point. Fake scar itch and the mask don't stick, but I drop so low it's a broomstick flick.
Broomstick clash in the hallway spin. Skate shoes squeak when the games begin. Glow ring snap in the dance floor dive. Bam fang bite in the sugar high vibe. Hands in the air when the baseline tip. Duck too low and you might just slip.
Race through fall with a snack in hand. Team all masked with a chalk line plan. Cape in the wind like a sprinting flag. Boots hit beats with a party drag. Orange glow drip on a paper plate. Shortcut pass through a pumpkin gate. Spikes on my back from a costume hack. And the DJ nod when the track go back. Pumpkin toss with a snare type spin. Step so wild, make the porch lights blink. One more lap when the fog gets thin. Bounce too hard, make the windows shrink. Pumpkin toss with a snare type spin. Step so wild, make the porch lights blink. One more lap when the fog gets thin. Bounce too hard, make the windows shrink.
Foot tag pass with a zombie hop. Fence too low, but we never stop. Ghost on the turn with a glitter drop. And I pose mid-dash like a drip don't flop. Snack pack belt with a twist off blast. Glow stick tucked in a candy mask. Laugh too loud when the lights flash fast. And the beat reset like a Halloween task.
Pumpkin toss with a snare type spin. Step so wild, make the porch lights blink. One more lap when the fog gets thin. Bounce too hard, make the windows shrink. Pumpkin toss with a snare type spin. Step so wild, make the porch lights blink. One more lap when the fog gets thin. Bounce too hard, make the windows shrink. Cape got dragged from a tag misfire. Lace came loose, but the soul still higher. Fake fangs chirp like a squeaky choir. And I spin through tape like a dance floor wire. Brick got chalk from a team pass dash. Strobe hits boots with a comic splash. I don't need wings, but I hit that flash. And I pop like foam in a pumpkin stash. Track too bent, but we glide that curve. One sock off, but I still got nerve. Glow teeth grin when the cones get served. And I break mid-run with a sidewalk swerve. Crowd scream up when the flag gets waved. DJ shout when the route gets paved. Jumped in duck with a sugar ray. We don't slow down, we just save that save. Pumpkin toss with a snare type spin. Step so wild, make the porch lights blink. One more lap when the fog gets thin. Bounce too hard, make the window shrink. Pumpkin toss with a snare type spin. Step so wild, make the porch lights blink. One more lap when the fog gets thin. Bounce too hard, make the window shrink.
Foam skull in a drawstring bag. Flick it mid-step with a sideline tag. Pose in the dark like a statue brag. Then dip through smoke with a curtain snag. Cone on the floor from a missed high five. Shoes don't match but the stance still thrive. Siren belt loop on a spin drive lean. Slide through beats like a zip line scene. Full bounce with a sneaker flash. Head tilt freeze when the strobe light pass. Run don't break when the hallway crash. Flex too loud in a paper mask. Foam skull bounce with a sneaker flash. Head tilt freeze when the strobe light pass. Run don't break when the hallway crash. Flex too loud in a paper mask. Flashlight duck to a mop stick grip. Move through fog like a glitch type clip. Spikes on a hoodie from a thrifted zip. And I strike mid-beat like a sudden slip. Bend side crouch with a stairwell view. Mirror distorted but the angle new. Brick wall tag with a double shoe. And I pose too sharp for the camera crew. Foam skull bounce with a sneaker flash. Head tilt freeze when the strobe light pass. Run don't break when the hallway crash. Flex too loud in a paper mask. Foam skull bounce with a sneaker flash. Head tilt freeze when the strobe light pass. Run don't break when the hallway crash. Flex too loud in a paper mask. Foam skull toss in a stairwell ring. Clap hit late but the shoe still swing. Step too quick for the DJ ping. Then I hold one arm like a bird type wing. No grip shoes but I juke that floor. Pose get stuck like a thrift store door. One fake bruise in a shadow roar. Then I duck through time like a costume lore. Curtain rod snap with a twist jump pose. Flash don't blink but the hallway froze. Fake horn squeak in a tape mark throw. And I land midline with a shoelace glow. Crowd all yell when the pose gets caught. One beat late but the freeze still taut. Skull in hand with a flex that fought. And I vanish through fog like a tag they sought. Foam skull bounce with a sneaker flash. Head tilt freeze when the strobe light pass. Run don't break when the hallway crash. Flex too loud in a paper mask. Foam skull bounce with a sneaker flash. Head tilt freeze when the strobe light pass. Run don't break when the hallway crash. Flex too loud in a paper mask. Hood zip with a flicked out seam. Glow tag twitch on a grayscale beam. Run mid-step when the porch light cuts. And I juke through frames with a coffin strut. Tear at the sleeve from a grab too slow. Still slide clean when the wind don't blow. Zipline start on a bus stick pole.
Post don't blink when the gate unload.
One step fake in a thermal fog.
Snare snap sharp with a boot drag log.
Jacket flip back with a heat tag band.
Then I'm gone through glass like the scene won't end.
Skate mark streak on a ramp side drop. Glow line smear on the fire high drop. Pavement crack when the bounce get caught. And I lean through blur with a sidestep thought. Thread line pull when the grip gets loud. Mask don't move but the stance too proud. Phone screen crack with a blur type slide. And I hit mid run with a cloak inside.
Zipline start on a bus stick pole.
Post don't blink when the gate unload.
One step fake in a thermal fog.
Snare snap sharp with a boot drag log.
Jacket flip back with a heat tag band.
Then I'm gone through glass like the scene won't end.
Glove
too stiff from a paint line dodge. Cap stay bent like a rooftop lodge. No frame clean when I shift that lunge, and I pose too low for a lens type plunge. Stitch get loose with a wrist lock turn. Shoulder pop wide when the loop don't burn. Signal light blink on a dead end street, but I still cut corners in slipstream heat.
Spray tag leak from a collarbone twist. Lace get caught in a midnight list. Window pane tap on a rhythm beat cross, and I breathe through fog like a lost bag boss. Shadow don't talk, but it mimic my step. Footprint flick in a gravel prep. Scar flap wild like a final cue, and I vanish through static with a 3-tag view.
Zipline start on the busted code.
Post don't blink when the gate unload.
One step fake in a thermal fall.
Snare snap sharp with a boot drag law.
Jacket flip back with a heat tag bend.
Then I'm going through glass like the scene won't end.
Spin with an alley side glide. Brick wall blink from a slip high ride. Shoulder lean back on a crack flow snap. Boot scrape tap in a one juke trap. Foam mat press with a flick of the heel. Grip don't slip when the wet zone peel. Shirt too tight from a twist turn lean, but I pose mid step like I'm locked on screen. Chain swing hum with a left foot tap. Elbow block when the beat goes slap. Glow ring broke in the drain side dash, but I land both feet in the spotlight flash. Glove half off in the tilt back pose. Laugh break sharp as the alley light froze. Ridge line hop from a zip run skip. I fake with a turn, then I ghost that grip. Drip from the roof, but I dodge with class. Spin through steam in a mask of glass. Mid step twist with a chain click drop. One breath held in and a strobe light pop. Step loop spin with an alley side glide. Brick wall blink from a slip high ride. Shoulder lean back on a crack flow snap. Scrape tap in a one juke trap. Step loop spin with an alley side glide. Brick wall blink from a slip high ride. Shoulder lean back on a crack flow snap. Scrape tap in a one juke trap. One finger tug on a hoodie tag fold. Street lamp buzz with a heel too cold. Duct tape seam on a thrifted sole. Still bounce like the block on patrol. Midnight jog in a glitch mode blur. Fade through fog like a dancer slur. Crowd don't blink when I fake that route. Whole pose sharp as a freeze frame shout. No cue call when the stance gets loud. Arm swing cut through a pulse pack crowd. Dust kick back from a heel toe jam. And a step line groove and a sidewalk cam. Gravel grit spark on a jacket flick. Steam don't stop when the bars hit quick. Throw one look when the crowd gets tight. Then I dip mid beat through a blackout light. Step loop spin with an alley side glide. Brick wall blink from a slip high ride. Shoulder lean back on a crack flow snap. Boot scrape tap in a one juke trap. Step loop spin with an alley side glide. Brick wall blink from a slip high ride. Shoulder lean back on a crack flow snap. Boot scrape tap in a one juke trap.
Tilt that lens with a mask half on. Pose too wide for a dust shot spawn. Foot tap glitch in the tape mark zone. Then I lean with a zip like the flash gone blown. War lean slow on the brick line shift. Stance don't budge when the shadows lift. No prop use, just a sleeve roll trick. And I ghost one frame with a half step flick. Back snap tight with a full frame dip. Shoes stay loud in the tilt step trip. Shoulder swing low when the flash bow blink. Post freeze hard in the jacket slip.
Snap snap tight with a full frame dip. Shoes stay loud in the tilt step trip. Shoulder swing low when the flash bow blink. Post freeze hard in the jacket slip.
glove, one off with a sock roll cue. Baggy tee flap in the barcode view. Strobe go wild when the limb don't flinch. And I land one arm in a foot slide pinch. Ridge line crack on the mirror lean glitch. Steps draw lines when the tempo switch. Mid cut twist in the lens type zoom. And I frame one smirk in the hallway gloom. Max snap tight with a full frame dip. Shoe stay loud in the tilt step trip. Shoulder swing low when the flashbulb blink. Pole freeze hard in the jacket slip.
Snap tight with a full frame dip. Pole stay loud in the tilt step trip. Shoulder swing low when the flashbulb blink. Pole freeze hard in the jacket slip.
Flex hit hard and the silence burst. No light needed when the motion first. Tag on sleeve like a thrifted curse. And the frame blur sharp when the boots rehearse. 1 foot cross on the rooftop bend. Fog drips slow in the grayscale bend. Click don't hit when the moment's in. But I pause too clean in the vibe type trend. Wall tag fresh in a strobe type arc. Tape peel loud and the pose gone dark. Light caught mid on a jump style hiss. And the grip too firm for a move to miss. No sound cue but the squad go mute. Jacket twist once in the fog recruit. Final step loud when the beat goes slam. And I vanish on click in the live cam jam. Max snap tight with a full frame dip. Shoe stay loud in the tilt step trip. Shoulder swing low when the flashbulb blink. Freeze hard in the jacket slip.
Max snap tight with a full frame dip. Shoe stay loud in the tilt step trip. Shoulder swing low when the flashbulb blink. Pose freeze hard in the jacket slip. Jacket slip. Jacket slip. Jacket slip. Jacket slip.
One step wide in the cloak tie drag. Snap back tilt like a move tag flag. Grip don't echo when the gravel glitch. And I pause mid-breath with the rhythm twitch. Boot dust kick from a drain side flick. No light hit but the standstill stick. Tight turn low in the loop back mode. And I lean through time like a passcode code. Slow step hard through a silence trail. Beat don't trip when the rhythm pale. One flick right with a floorboard slide. Then I freeze mid-frame in a hallway veil. Slow step hard through a silence trail. Beat don't trip when the rhythm. One flick right with a floorboard slide. Then I freeze mid-frame in a hallway veil. Glove seam tug on a fire escape bend. No cue call when the twist don't end. Mask half fold in the cross light chase. And I duck too smooth through a timestamp space. Boot edge scratch on a vent grid tip. Pose mid lurk in the window flip. Crowd too close when the cam flash hits. But I dodge that frame like a frame don't miss. Cloak step hard through a silence trail. Beat don't trip when the rhythm pale. One flick right with the floorboard slide. Then I freeze mid-frame in a hallway veil. Crack too faint, but I catch that cue. Floorboard dip with a shadow view. Color stay up when the breeze cuts thin. And I slide through fog like a cloak type skin. One hand shift in a pivot arc. Graffiti glow when the backdoor mark. Don't need light for the route to gleam. I just count footfalls like a rhythm scheme. Lean through glass like a glitch in chrome. Mid-run smirk in a no-step zone. Pull one thread on a stitch too wild. Then I duck down sharp with a cloak style smile. Corner tag twist in a motion blur. Backline freeze where the speakers were. Trail too clean for the cam to frame. And I vanish again in the echo of name. Cloak step hard through a silence trail.
Beat don't trip when the rhythm pale.
One flick right with a floorboard slide. Then I freeze mid-frame in a hallway veil.
gate on a wrist lock flick. Metro line hum with the baseline tick. No eye trace in a turnstile dart, and I ghost through light like I tore it apart. Car tap twist on a loop back stance. Backpack swing in a fog lace dance. One rail jump when the crowd don't move, and I snap one pose in a silence groove. Real flick on a metro face. No sound ring, but the ground still chase. One step slide with a frame in place. Then I pause too cold in a trace type space. Reflect on a metro face. No sound ring, but the ground still chase. One step slide with a frame in place. Then I pause too cold in a trace type space. Jacket flag flap snap in a tunnel side whip. Scarf drag sharp in a lean back dip. Light pulse faint on a bench tag zone. And I crouch too low in a ringtone tone. Spray line blur in a mirror dash. Bag don't swing when the motion clash. Air vent whisper when the stands get caught. And I dip too clean in a lagless thought. Rip flick on a metro face. No sound ring, but the ground still chase. One step slide with a frame in place. Then I pause too cold in a trace type space. Rip flick on a metro face. No sound ring, but the ground still chase. One step slide with a frame in place. Then I pause too cold in a trace type space. Metal line shift when I ghost that step. No beat drop, but the sound still crept. Badge flash low when a wrist twist hold. And I lean through steam like a cam upload. Fog mark trail on a sneaker bend. Shutter flash faint when the move don't end. Whole squad pause in a screenshot view, but I blink one time and the shot missed two. Rebel kick light from a platform slip. Shirt too short from a zip tag grip. Phone screen crack when the light goes blue. When I move mid glitch like a download queue. Crowd too close in a pause type freeze. No step loud, but I still cut breeze. Final beat flick with a stairwell bend. And I vanish through noise when the loop won't end. Grip flick on a metro face. No sound ring, but the ground still chase. One step slide with a frame in place. Then I pause too cold in a trace type space. Rip flick on a metro face. No sound ring, but the ground still chase. One step slide with a frame in place. Then I pause too cold in a trace type space.
Arms, red rope, neon smear.
I flex on the waitlist like I'm part of the show.
Hood up, eyes low, night's premiere.
If the door don't open, I still glow.
Lean on the cone like it's VIP. Back wall tagged up like it speak to me. Breath show white in the midnight air, but my pose still warm like a leather chair. Jacket zip just enough for threat. Crowd too loud, but I move like vet. Bass from inside hit my chest plate firm, but I blink slow, let the mystery burn. Flick on my phone, but the screen on mute. I don't text, I just execute. Shoes on lean, but the stance ain't budge. I'm a sculpture waiting for the velvet judge. Line get longer, but I get sharper. Club wristband like a ritual marker. They looking like he must own shares. I'm just breathing style on folding chairs. Folded arms, red rope, neon smeared. I flex on the waitlist like I'm part of the show. Hood up, eyes low, night's premiere. If the door don't open, I still glow. Backdoor light got a code and flash. Every blink spelling out old school dash. No mask, but I'm dressed like lore. Sweatsuit ghost in a drip folklore. No word said, just a head nod cue. Even bouncers shift when I pass that view. Didn't knock, I exist like fog. Let the scene adapt while I sip this jar.
Couple shadows dancing on brick behind, but I don't blink, I let them rewind. Whispers rise, but I ride that hush. Even in pause, my aura rush. From my soul to the collarbone script. They study me like a leaked manuscript. No invite, still headline face. Even time itself just cleared me space.
Folded arms, red rope, neon smear. I flex on the waitlist like I'm part of the show. Hood up, eyes low, night's premiere. If the door don't open, I still glow.